cassava roots will sent to the grating machine by the belt conveyor. This is the grating machine. It is used to crush peeled cassava into mesh. The mesh is at a particular size. It's good for garri production and can keep good taste. The cassava will be crushed inside this machine and then discharged through the barrel to the outlet. Then cassava mesh will be sent to a hopper by spool conveyor. This hopper will collect cassava mesh, and then you can put bags under this hopper and collect them into the bags. The bags will later be put on rack for fermentation. The fermentation process will take 2 to 3 days. After fermentation, the next is dewatering. Put the bags into this hydraulic presser machine and open the machine. The tray will go down and squeeze out water. After the watering, we can get cassava cakes. Put the cakes through conveyor and then send to the cake crusher machine. The cake crusher will break cakes into small particles. These small cassava particles will then sent by the spool conveyor to frying machine. The stainless steel garri fryer can fry cassava into garri automatically. The temperature can be controlled, and the inside store will fry cassava evenly. After frying, the garri will be discharged and dropped down on the belt conveyor. We know that after frying, the garri is with high temperature. For better storage, we will install a cooling system to reduce the temperature. This is the cooling system. After cooling, the garri will be at room temperature, and the finished garri will be separated and discharged by the cyclone. After cyclone, garri will drop down to the vibration machine. Coarse flour or big particles of garri will be separated and discharged. The good quality garri will drop down to the packaging machine. This is packaging machine. It can pack garri automatically according to client's request on the weight from 1 kg to 50 kg. After packing.
Okay, and good everyone, and good morning. So today our topic is how to build up a cassava garri production line. So before purchasing all the machines, we must make sure that all the equipment, all the conditions are prepared already. Firstly, some main topic. Firstly is about this. You want to step into the food industry, so the truly important thing it's not about how much money you have and what machine is which machine is good or perfect or something like that. It's more importantly to get enough cassava. If you don't have enough cassava, the thing is, even you have the perfect machines and with the perfect electricity and all the other conditions, better warehouse, you still cannot make any profit because you don't have enough material. And all the thing, is prepared based on the material, how many cassava you can get for each day. Because we want to make the progress more smooth. So, for example, for a 1 ton per day production line, we require like 4 tons of fresh cassava for each day. Based on the routine time for the cassava, so usually we need, after the cassava dig out from the ground, we need to process within 72 hours. So once we choose where to start to build up the warehouse and the factory, we need to make sure after the cassava dig out from the ground, within 72 hours, it can transport to your factory. And then we need to prepare like 1 or 2 days fresh cassava inside of your factory to make sure that we do have the material for each day to do the garri. So after that, we can consider like how the quality for the garri we can make, but we must make sure that the garri material is perfect. So that's why I suggest you to do the thinking for establish a garri production line by how many cassava you can get for each day, and how far the factory you want to establish from the ground of the garri, of the cassava. Then we can think about other conditions like, do you have enough water? Do you have enough electricity supply? Because usually I've been to the Africa before, and the power supply is not, it's quite like not stable. They do have the electricity supply, and they don't have any limit for how many kilowatts you can get for each hour. It's more like if you link with the city power, it's easily to shut down because too many people are wanting to get the garri, to get the power supply. So it's more. 没有匙，
开着呢。
这也开着了呀。
是不是有问题？我试一下。又坏了。
开着呀，这不是红点关了吗？对啊。And I can see in the microphone there have the things, or I can put it way up on here. So it's more likely we can discuss on the electricity supply based on that. So if for the electricity supply, it's more like this. For the 1 ton per day production line, the yearly required for the electricity is around 42 or 42 kilowatts for each hour, and it's like a fully, which means you open all the machines at the same time. 还不行，还是没事儿。
有电呀。
所以刚才就白逼逼了半天了。我看见这儿是有那个啥的呀，这是在动的呀，但你们听不到声音是吗？
刚才是有的，现在没有。要么就是这个没电，不应该呀，就这样。
你再确定一下到底有没有声音，你给我发信息好不好？And based on the electricity, we will recommend you to to do a backup plan for the diesel generator and all the things. So if the electricity supply is if the electricity supply is quite stable, then you can forget about the generator things, because once you do have the supply for the electricity, then we can consider about the water, because we need to know. Gari not require a lot of water resources, because the only water resources we require is for washing the cassava. So for each ton of the gari, each ton of the cassava, we might to need around 2 tons of water to clean 1 ton of cassava. But if the capacity is not that big, we can do like the human, to directly using a pipeline to clean out the cassava. So it's not require too much of the clean water. Maybe around to step up for about 4 or 3 tons of clean water in a pool is enough, totally enough for all the things. And even for the water clean, after the water cleans the cassava, we can gather them together and do let it stand by there, and to stay around 4 hours, because the water can recycle to use, because we only clean the dust and dirt or something like that. Once we remove that part, the water is clean back to normal, so we can reuse that part and do the things. And after we talk about the cassava, the water, and the electricity, and also the location for the factory, we back to one important thing, is how much money you want to pay for this production line. If you do have the limit, for example, if you do have the limit for the material gather, if you do only have 4 tons fresh cassava can supply for each day, you cannot think we go higher capacity, because we can build the higher machines, but the problem is you only have 4 tons of fresh cassava. So if you have unlimited cassava and you have unlimited power supply and the water, then we can consider that to go higher capacity based on the budget limit. Usually for 1 ton per day gari production line, from the peeling to the packaging, the total cost is around $20,000. And for 2 tons, around $30,000. So we do have, this is the price only for the equipment. It's not for the total price. So you also need to consider to save the money for the purchasing of the material, to build the warehouse, and the pay for the electricity bills and the water bills. And then you must consider all the things together to build a health business plan. So that's my opinion. And if you do have some problem for this one or question for this one, you can ask me directly. And then I can give you a PowerPoint for our company and do a brief introduction. First of all, is the company. Our company is Dongyi Holding, and the company was established in 2011, starting as a trading company, and in 2016 is successfully transformed into a production-oriented enterprise, integrating industry and trade. The company currently has an office space about 1,000 square meters, a production workshop covering an area of more than 20,000 square meters, a sales team of more than 60 people, an e-commerce team of 30 people, a technical research and a development team of more than 20 people, and a production team of more than 80 people, accumulative foreign exchange revenue in about 50 million US dollars, of which the total revenue turnover in 2019 about 19 million yuan, of which more than 60 million of foreign trade export orders. This is basically our introduction of how strong our company is, and then is some of the doing holdings have the sales for 3 important department. One is sales department, support center, and manufacturing center. And based on all 3 centers, we do have like multiple department, and they control each of the part to give a better understanding for our factory. And once you purchase our machines, you do have a very good after sales services, and also our sales manager will directly come to you and find your needs, and depends on some of the thing I talked before about all the money, location, water, electricity, and all of this part. They will directly ask you based on your needs, based on your require, give you suggestion. So don't need to worry, and don't be hesitation to directly contact with us. So our main products: sweet potato starch production line, potato starch production lines, and also the cutoff flour production line, and other starch complete equipment and standalone equipment, and also for example our gari. And this is the project we've done before. In here is my colleague in Tanzania. Both of 2 machines, both of these 2 like photos, and in the photos in the right corner is our branch in Nigeria and the warehouse. And then is the in the left corner, this one is our engineer. The customers come from the Africa and then directly come to China to check our warehouse. So we have other 3 departments, and one is edible oil processing machines. They do all kinds of the oil pre-treatment, pricing, leaching, refining, fractionation, winterization, and the dewaxing equipment, something like that. And then solid hazardous waste treatment and sorting plant. The such equipment is solid and hazardous waste treatment and sorting plant, pyrolysis plant, and related environmental protection equipment such like that. And also the solid waste and hazardous waste recycling equipment, electronic waste crushing and sorting equipment, and related environmental protection, purification equipment, something like that. So this is other 3 departments from us, and you can see how strong our company is. And the company culture is to make every workers happy and developing, and do our best to protect your needs and your all the things. And this is the ISO certifications and the CE require for the solid waste and waste of recycling machines to prove our machines, the production of the machines are perfect to sell to the Europe. And also these are some of the certifications, and these are some of the machines to bend the stainless steel and all those things, to cut the stainless steels to make the machines. This one is using to bend. These 2 are using to cutting. This one is a laser cutting. This one is I forgot that word. Okay. So these are some of the machines to produce the machine. The machines to produce the machine. So it's a bit. And these are the photos for our company once they produce the machines. So let's keep going. And he is our boss, and we just pass that part. And this is a consultant team from our company. And the international trading team, such like that. And domestic sales department, Nigeria branch, overseas sales team, and for each of the department, and the e-commerce and teams and such like that, and the engineer team, and the production team. And these are the videos and the photos for them. And in the past 3 years, the project cases mainly is in Nigeria, the 2 times per hour cassava starch production line, the Nigeria 4 times per hour cassava starch production line, and Indonesia 20 times per hour cassava starch production line. And for the gari production line, we do have the plenty in the Nigeria, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, and East Africa. And basically, we are talking to me, have a customer in the South Africa, and they go to Mozambique and do a production line for the gari production line for 1 ton per day. So let's keep going. And here is a project in China, do the sweet potato starch production line in Guizhou. And keep moving. This one is also do the cassava starch in Indonesia for that 20 tons per hour input production line. And here is a customer visit, and they directly come to China and visit us, and sometime we go to the Egypt and do the things. So this is a machine developer photo, because we know you do have the concern to purchase directly from China, because it will pass overseas about 1 or 2 months to arrive to your port. So you can say like that. We will put all the spare parts inside of the wooden box to guarantee that you can find your spare parts on time. And also, we will directly deliver from our port, our factory, and put into a container and transport the container to the port. So like that. And sometimes we also do the installations. If the customer require, we will do the installation for the customers and go to their place to do the installations. For me, I personally go to last year I go to the Congo Kinshasa and do a cassava flour production line for 2 tons per day, do the installations in there for nearly 4 months. So we are professional on this part and to help your needs. And then we do the equipment introductions. Basically, this PowerPoint is for like huge capacity, maybe like you want to produce like 500 kilogram per hour to like 1 ton gari per hour, something like that. But if you we are suggesting that if you are really new on this one and you do have the limit on the resources and something like that, we can still give you a plan to start your business. So let's start directly from the grating machines, because I've been to the peeling machines, because I've been to the Kinshasa before, like I said. They get the cassava from the customer and it's very, very clean. Actually, they do a pre-treatment on the farm and then transport to the factory. So if that, we can directly put the machine, the cassava into the peeling machines. The new type of sand roller design has strong friction which can fully wear off the second layer white peel of cassava. The peeling effect is good and the cassava after peeling has no damage and lets loose. With a spray water system, the cassava is washed while peeling, cleaning, and hygienic. We're ensuring the continuous and stable operation of the peeling machine. There is a collection device at the bottom, and the residue will be directly collected and transported out to ensure the cleanliness and the hygiene of the workshop. The spiral pushes the material forward. The continuously working the spindle speed is adjustable, and the contact parts are all made by stainless steel. And usually for the machines, we use like 2 mm thickness stainless steel to do the things, or the carbon steel, because sometimes we directly put the pinning machine outside the roof. So sometimes the out part we will use like a carbon steel, and the place we touch the cassava will use the stainless steel part. Okay, after the peeling machines, we already remove the second peel or first peel and second peel. We directly go into the grating machines, such like that. Look like this. It's used to grating cassava tubers into mesh, even grating faster production speed, newly designed with compact structure, easily disassembly, and low maintenance cost. High running speed, low energy consumption, and steady operation, and fully made of stainless steel 304 grade. Let me find the video, and this one is the older version of the grating machines, and you can see here, this is the part that cut it into pieces. Okay, close it down. Okay. And then this is the hydraulic press. Then we go to the hydraulic press machine here. It's fully made by stainless steel 304, automatic pressing, quick and evenly dewatered, saving time and effort, strong bearing power, long service life. After dewatering material, moisture around 38 to 40, good dewatering effect. And here is a video. Yes, here is the video for it using the coconut shell. You can see we easily press oil out, exactly like we push the cassava inside of it and do the things. But usually we will put the gari inside the bag, a fermentation bag, and then directly put the bag in this. And we will do a suggestion is like this. For doing the hydraulic press, we will suggest to directly put the wood plate between each of the gari, because once if the top is between the cassava, it's very soft, and you need a plate to give it a strength to suffer the pressure, and it will let the water go out more. Okay, here's a video for the hydraulic press. And then is a gari fryer. The fryer is stainless steel pot body, ensures the cleanliness and hygiene of the gari. The heating is fast and uniform, no paste phenomenon. Automatic frying, automatic temperature control, saving time and effort. With pot body turnover system, convenient for take gari out. And also, for this gari, the heating devices, you have three way to get the heating. One is the gas, one is oil, one is directly using the electricity. So if your place is the electricity supply is very, very enough for you, so you can use the electricity version. Rise to my suggestion. If the gas is cheaper, using gas. If the diesel is cheaper, using diesel. And the vibration safe. Let me show you the video for the fryer first. Okay. This is a fryer. This is a steel part. This is how it's fried. And the steel part will. Okay. Then we will do the vibration safe. The full stainless steel structure, small size, lightweight, easy to move. The direction of the discharge port can be adjusted arbitrarily. Coarse and fine gari are automatically discharged. Also separate valve fibers. Coarse gari will return to crushing part no less. High sieving accuracy and high efficiency. The screen sieve is blocked. After sieving, gets the uniform fineness, high quality gari. The sieve is long life services, changed continuously, only takes 3 to 5 minutes. The operation is simple, the cleaning also convenient. And here is a video for the vibration safe. You can see here the top very it's not big, not a lot. Very large, big part on top. And we can do a refine this part back to cell. Not a lot.
这应该是它的悬振筛了。
Great. So that's all for the main part of the gari production line. And you can see it only needs 5 machines to do the whole process. So it's not very big for if you want to start a business plan on 1 time per day. So like that. So we can see here, this is a from the fresh cassava tubers, and do the cleaning, the washing, the peeling, the grating, the fermentation, dewatering, cake breaking, frying, cooling, saving, packaging, and high quality gari to get the high quality gari. And this is a 3D version of the big capacity gari production line for 500 kilogram power, something like that. Okay. Thanks for viewing, and we back to
this is Judy
again.
from Doing Company China. Today I'm going to introduce you machines for gari production, from the beginning cassava tubers input to final gari output. What you are watching now is the general view of gari production workshop. You can see the layout and each machine clearly. Now, let me introduce you these machines one by one. First, cassava tubers will be put into the feeding hopper, and through the bottom vibration device, cassava roots will drop down on the belcher conveyor and sent to the cleaning section. Here we use the dry sieve machine. This machine is used to remove surface impurities attached on cassava roots. The impurities will be removed and discharged through the bottom collecting hopper. After cleaning, cassava tubers will drop down to the paddle washer machine. This machine is full of water. It can clean and wash cassava roots completely. After washing, cassava roots will be sent to the peeling machine by belt conveyor. We adopt new design for the peeling machine. Sand rollers are used to remove cassava peels. The first and the second layer of cassava can be removed, and the peel residues will be cleaned out by the spray water. cassava roots will sent to the grating machine by the belt conveyor. This is the grating machine. It is used to crush peeled cassava into mesh. The mesh is at a particular size. It's good for garri production and can keep good taste. The cassava will be crushed inside this machine and then discharged through the barrel to the outlet. Then cassava mesh will be sent to a hopper by spool conveyor. This hopper will collect cassava mesh, and then you can put bags under this hopper and collect them into the bags. The bags will later be put on rack for fermentation. The fermentation process will take 2 to 3 days. After fermentation, the next is dewatering. Put the bags into this hydraulic presser machine and open the machine. The tray will go down and squeeze out water. After dewatering, we can get cassava cakes. Put the cakes into through conveyor and then send to the cake crusher machine. The cake crusher will break cakes into small particles. These small cassava particles will then sent by the spool conveyor to frying machine. The stainless steel garri fryer can fry cassava into garri automatically. The temperature can be controlled, and the inside store will fry cassava easily. After frying, the garri will be discharged and dropped down on the belt conveyor. We know that after frying, the garri is with high temperature. For better storage, we will install a cooling system to reduce the temperature. This is the cooling system. After cooling, the garri will be at room temperature, and the finished garri will be separated and discharged by the cyclone. After cyclone, garri will drop down to the vibration sieve machine. Coarse flour or big particles of garri will be separated and discharged. The good quality garri will drop down to the packaging machine. This is packaging machine. It can pack garri automatically according to client's request on the weight from 1 kg to 50 kg. After packing. Hello, this is Judy from Doing Company China. Today, I'm going to introduce you machines for garri production, from the beginning cassava tubers input to final garri output. What you are watching now is the general view of garri production workshop. You can see the layout and each machine clearly. Now, let me introduce you these machines one by one. First, cassava tubers will be put into the feeding hopper, and through the bottom vibration device, cassava roots will drop down on the belt conveyor and sent to the cleaning section. Here we use the dry sieve machine. This machine is used to remove surface impurities attached on cassava roots. The impurities will be removed and discharged through the bottom collecting hopper. After cleaning, cassava tubers will drop down to the paddle washer machine. This machine is full of water. It can clean and and wash cassava roots completely. After washing, cassava roots will be sent to the peeling machine by belt conveyor. We adopt new design for the peeling machine. Some rollers are used to remove cassava mold, cassava peels. The first and the second layer of cassava can be removed, and the peel residues will be cleaned out by the spray water. After peeling, cassava roots will be sent to the grating machine by the belt conveyor. This is the grating machine. It is used to crush peeled cassava into mesh. The mesh is at a particular size. It's good for garri production and can keep good taste. The cassava will be crushed inside this machine and then discharged through the barrel to the outlet. Then cassava mesh will be sent to a hopper by spool conveyor. This hopper will collect cassava mesh, and then you can put bags under this hopper and collect them into the bags. The bags will later be put on rack for fermentation. The fermentation process will take 2 to 3 days. After fermentation, the next is dewatering. Put the bags into this hydraulic presser machine and open the machine. The tray will go down and squeeze out water. After dewatering, we can get cassava cakes. Put the cakes into through conveyor and then send to the cake crusher machine. The cake crusher will break cakes into small particles. These small cassava particles will then sent by the spool conveyor to frying machine. The stainless steel garri fryer can fry cassava into garri automatically. The temperature can be controlled, and the inside store will fry cassava evenly. After frying, the garri will be discharged and dropped down on the belt conveyor. We know that after frying, the garri is with high temperature. For better storage, we will install a cooling system to reduce the temperature. This is cooling system. After cooling, the garri will be at room temperature, and the finished garri will be separated and discharged by the cyclone. After cyclone, garri will drop down to the vibration machine. Coarse flour or big particles of garri will be separated and discharged. The good quality garri will drop down to the packaging machine. This is packaging machine. It can pack garri automatically according to client's request on the weight from 1 kg to 50 kg. After packing. Oh, this is Judy from.
Okay, so let's back to the topic. Here's the thing. We just reinsure all the things first. First, we need to consider about we do have enough cassava supply for the garri production line. So if you can only have 4 tons of fresh cassava each day, don't to expand your capacity, because even you do have the machine to process about 100 tons of fresh cassava for each day, you still cannot have enough cassava to get profit. So we thinking about this to start up the business, we must make sure that how much cassava we can get for each day. And the routine time for the cassava is 72 hours. So when we consider about the project, the warehouse, where to put the warehouse, the plan, all the things. So after dig the cassava out from the ground, 72 hours we need to process all the things. After that, it will start routine. So 72 hours. And the electricity supply is required for 1 time per day is around 42. For 2 times per day is about 72, something like that. 47 is something like that. So we suggest 27 forget my words, for 27 to like 32, something like that. So we do have a backup plan. Better have a backup plan if your money is enough to do a diesel generator only for backup. So it will help you to do the project. And also, once we do the cassava flour product, the gari production line for like the water, the required for the water is not that much, but we need to prepare around 2 tons or 3 tons of fresh clean water in the pool and do the cleaning and all the things. And the water after cleaning, we can gather in the water and dig them pool and like it stand by for like maybe 1 or 2 days. We can regather the clean water and back to use to do the clean. So it will not do the other things. And back to the most important part is for the money. So after the rest of 4 to 5 condition is finished, we must consider how much you want to pay for these things. So for the 1 time per day is around a little 5 machine can run the process. The money is around $18,000, and for the 2 times maybe $30,000, something like that. And if you have questions, you can directly talk to my colleague or directly contact with me to get more information for the gari production line. So we reconsider about one thing is where to put the equipment and all the things. If you do already have a warehouse or something, you can directly send to us and we will do the drawings for you and to see whether it's enough for putting the equipment, for putting the gari, to do the enough space for the fermentation and all the things. So rest is all for the equipment, for the things. Then we can back to the video again to see what we actually need to build up a fully automatic gari production line.
Doing company in China. Today, I'm going to introduce you machines for gari production, from the beginning cassava tubers input to final gari output. What you are watching now is the general view of gari production workshop. You can see the layout and each machine clearly. Now, let me introduce you these machines one by one. First, cassava tubers will be put into the feeding hopper, and through the bottom vibration device, cassava roots will drop down on the belter conveyor and sent to the cleaning section. Here we use the dry sieve machine. This machine is used to remove surface impurities attached on cassava roots. The impurities will be removed and discharged through the bottom collecting hopper. After cleaning, cassava tubers will drop down to the paddle washer machine. This machine is full of water. It can clean and wash cassava roots completely. washing, cassava roots will be sent to the peeling machine by belt conveyor. We adopt new design for the peeling machine. Some rollers are used to remove cassava mold, cassava peels. The first and the second layer of cassava can be removed, and the peel residues will be cleaned out by the spray water. After peeling, cassava roots will be sent to the grating machine by the belt conveyor. This is the grating machine. It is used to crush peeled cassava into mesh. The mesh is at a particular size. It's good for garri production and can keep good taste. The cassava will be crushed inside this machine and then discharged through the barrel to the outlet. Then cassava mesh will be sent to a hopper by spool conveyor. This spool hopper will collect cassava mesh, and then you can put bags under this hopper and collect them into the bags. The bags will later be put on rack for fermentation. The fermentation process will take 2 to 3 days. After fermentation, the next is dewatering. Put the bags into this hydraulic presser machine and open the machine. The tray will go down and squeeze out water. After dewatering, we can get cassava cakes. Put the cakes into through conveyor and then send to the cake crusher machine. The cake crusher will break cakes into small particles. These small cassava particles will then sent by the spool conveyor to frying machine. The stainless steel garri fryer can fry cassava into garri automatically. The temperature can be controlled, and the inside store will fry cassava evenly. After frying, the garri will be discharged and dropped down on the belt conveyor. You know that after frying, the garri is with high temperature. For better storage, we will install a cooling system to reduce the temperature. This is cooling system. After cooling, the garri will be at room temperature, and the finished garri will be separated and discharged by the cyclone. After cyclone, garri will drop down to the vibration machine. Coarse flour or big particles of garri will be separated and discharged. The good quality garri will drop down to the packaging machine. This is packaging machine. It can pack garri automatically according to client's request on the weight from 1 kg to 50 kg. After packing, this.
Okay, so if you have any problem, you can directly send us a message, and for me right now, so we can to see. This is drawings for your garri production. There we can see all the things, all the part. So you can see clearly about the process from the beginning to the end. This is kind of like fryer in here. Why the fryer is in here? Okay, it's a hydraulic from the fermentation tank, and then put the gari into the hydraulic press, and after hydraulic press, we divide it back to the fryer, and after the fryer there will be a saving, and after the saving we can do the packaging. This one is for the fully automatic production line, so it is slightly different with the manual working and sometimes with the semi-automatic production line. And this is the beginning from the cleaning to the fermentation. From the once we take the forklift to put the gari in the cassava to the this one is dry saving, and to the paddle washer, and then clean to break them into pieces through a grating and do the fermentation. And that's all. So if you have any, this one is like a another kind of painting machines, small painting machines, which will possess around 600 kilometers per hour. Okay, so thank you for listening to me for the whole hours, and we'll see you back then. Bye bye.